Good evening. Welcome to Night of Boxing. Mark Chang Promotions, in association with JW Promotions, we're bringing a night of boxing, bringing Rico Tan from Ontario, Canada versus JEFF Passeero from Baltimore, Maryland. This is for the WBC Continental Americas Jr Middleweight title. And my name is Yoon Lee. I hope you enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to bring you the first of our two main events. This main event is brought to you by Mark Chang in association with JW Promotions and is sanctioned by the World Boxing Syndicate. This is a WBC 10-round title fight. American Junior Middleweight.
So what'd you think of Rico Tan last time you saw his performance?
Rico Tan was great. Punching power, very explosive, very sharp.
And
Serious young man.
And this JEFF Passeero, this man's been around the block and back. Believe it or not, he's fought Kevin Rooney. Of course, Kevin Rooney was the formal trainer for Mike Tyson. I believe he fought him when Kevin Rooney had 11-fight winning streak. Lost on a decision. JEFF Passeero did. And he also fought Billy Costello, who was a world champion, I believe, lightweight. And, so this guy's been around the block and back. And I think JEFF, because of his height and reach advantage, this should be an interesting fight. Of course, Ricky likes to get inside. And let's see if the juice flows. And juice pertaining to his ring name. Okay, getting a round one. And it's what's interesting to note is last time we spoke to Ricky, he favored ringside gloves. He didn't like the Everlast, or maybe I shouldn't say this. And he didn't really care for cleat arrays, but he really liked the ringside boxing gloves. And he's wearing the ringside, and JEFF Passeero, on the other hand, is wearing the title version of the Mexican gloves. I believe it's like Boxeo. Bajío, I guess, in Mexican. And Ricky's looking sharp. He's picking his jabs. Does he goes by Ricky or Rico?
I believe it goes by Rico.
Rico Tan. And this Jeff's pretty dangerous. He's throwing bombs, going for the body. He's had quite a few fights, and he knows the game. I think he's trying to tame Rico by hitting the body, right to the ropes. What do you think? Do you think this fight will go the full distance?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because both fighters are very active right now.
Well, that's a sure telling tale how the fight's going to end up. Sometimes fighters exhaust themselves early on. Working the jab. Rico is also trying to work the body, throwing those left hooks, but the mark is a little off. Mark Chang, the promoter, he's been doing quite a few jobs as far as putting together some good fights, as far as matching up fighters with good, compatible caliber, ability, and of course, Rico's fighting for the new WBC Continental Americas Light Middleweight title, and I guess I should say JEFF is also. I think more people are favoring Rico's. He's the favorite fighter, and he's kind of. I don't know. The last time we remember, Rico is a fast starter. he took out his fighter, I think, in the second round last time. And it's just kind of taking his time, feeling out, and possibly because it's a longer durational fight. Last time was a 4-rounder, I believe. Or was it a 5-rounder? Didn't matter. This only went 2 rounds. Whoa, there was a kind of like a looping hook at the old. I lived in Detroit for a little while, and boy, it was cold. Getting this instruction from the corner, Jeff and Rico getting a little bit of shower. I think he's ready to go to work. He doesn't look tired at all. He looks right in shape. He starts off with a jab, exchanging the jabs, jousting. It looks like Rico still has that little problem with his knee. That's a former rugby injury, and he wore those knee braces last time as well. Kathy, you favor the ringside gloves, the fight gloves. What are the difference? I mean, what would be, if somebody asked you, what kind of gloves? What's your preference?
I really like the ringside. That's just, I'm very much of the last myself. I don't care too much for Mexican style fight gloves. I just don't think that they offer enough padding.
Whoa, not to cut you off, Rico landed a big bombing right hand. I think both fighters are pretty durable. They got fairly good chin. Let's see. So as far as the Mexican gloves, what is the difference? Because Jeff is wearing a Mexican-style gloves.
For me, certain fighters, they prefer the Mexican style. I think a lot of hard hitters and heavy punchers like the Mexican style gloves. Hand position's kind of uncomfortable for me. And the padding isn't quite there for what I'd like to feel. But again, it's a personal preference for what these guys like.
Landed another right hand. Boom. Oh my God. Landed a double jump.
He seems to be hurt.
Yeah, he's kind of wobble a little bit and reach for the rope. Sometimes that's a sign of a good fighter. Somebody who gets in trouble and knows what it takes to come right out of it. Now Rico's working the body. Oh, see Rico shaking his arms. It's not a good sign. Possibly his arms getting numb, tired, built up with lactic acid. In order for to pump out those peppering jabs and throwing punches, he needs the conditioning. Looks like this is a middle-sized ring. I believe it's a 20-footer. Or even possibly a 22-footer. Rico's having a hard time getting inside, of course, with a guy like Jeff with long reach. So do you think a fighter has an advantage wearing in this case, you got two fighters wearing two different kinds of gloves? I mean, how does that propose?
I really don't think that if you're a great fighter, then it really makes a whole lot of difference. Of course, you always have your preferences. These guys are throwing some shoes here. Towards the end of the night.
This guy, only the seconds out of the ring. The commissioners are looking over. Okay.
This is the beginning of round 3.
Starts off with a right hand. Well, why not? If it worked before, use it again. Now Jeff's going to the top, trying to wear him down. Ooh, there's another right. I don't know how many rights he can take. Ooh, peppering the jab, he's setting up. Boom, left hook, right hand, right over the top of the head.
Rico's still a very patient fighter. He doesn't get frustrated. Just take his time.
Going for those hooks. To be a complete fighter, you do need all angles. You need to be able to utilize all angles. And I think Rico's the department where he needs a little more improvement or the left hooks. Of course, fighting a taller guy, it's harder to land the shorter hooks to the body unless he's inside. And of course, like Mike Tyson would do, that lunging, leaping hook, just now he threw those two hooks, and he's quite short. And Rico's, he's developing nicely. His skills are getting much refined. Stamina's getting much better. He's taking on fights with much longer duration. And, I don't think he's phased. His arms are still up. Jeff's arms are coming down. Body shot. It's very interesting how Mark was able to pull off a fight in Detroit. Jeff is out of Baltimore. Rico is out of Ontario. Possibly they read up on a mutual site. Jeff's complaining for the blow after the bell. That's a sign of a fighter that's about to go downhill, and they start complaining, looking for excuses.
He's getting tired. His hands, he's carrying them nice and low now.
His technique's still there. He threw 2 uppercuts. He just does the right thing. And that's a tough thing about those fighters. You have to have good stamina. Technique is one thing, but being able to endure, and that's another skill. That's why, especially an amateur, when 2 guys are boxing and they're slugging it out, the technique kind of goes out the window. Who's got the willpower and who's not afraid to. Oh, did you see? I believe Rico did a little bit of kickboxing, and I believe some martial arts, and possibly a little bit of that, how would you say, that reflexive defensive mode kind of kicked in. Whereas boxing is all about being aggressive, being cautious also. Jeff's arms are going down. Let's see where that right hand will meet that mark again. This is where Rico needs to come rise to the occasion and be able to know how to finish somebody who's maybe a little shoe shine there inside the corner. Yeah, Rico's hand's still up. There he goes. Still going for that right hand.
You can tell Jeff's tired, but he's still doing a great job.
Well, he's he's fought, I believe, when he fought Billy Costello, who was a former world champion. He wasn't really known for a lot of power, but this guy went the distance and lost on a decision, 10 rounds, and that's a bombing right hand. That's the type of punches that just wears you out, and locks up one's legs. You have the mental faculty to keep your body up, your stomach and your back, all the main muscles locks you up to keep your body staying straight. And that's a sign of a fighter getting ready to get knocked out. Just dancing. Shouldn't attempt to get knocked out in Rico's corner. Boom. Over the top of the head. Actually, that was Jeff's corner.
Right now, we definitely have Rico leading. He's kind of chasing Jeff around the ring. Jeff's trying to keep him away. He's firing back, but seems to be all in a defensive mode.
Oh my God, bombing shots. Possibly except for the first round. Yeah, definitely Rico's taking control. Rico still hasn't gotten his left hook down. He's not reaching the mark. Very conservative, bobbing and weave. doesn't overreact. Uh-oh, Jeff Passero just shook his arm. And, oh, body shot went down. Kill him.
Body shot very hard.
Oh, wow. That's a liver shot right there. That's one of the first we saw from Rico. Great. He gets up. Proper amount of time. He's walking off. Okay, let's see. Let's see if Rico. Oh, into the. There you go.
Body shot.
He needs that time. Getting that shower. You know, people just don't know how tough it is being a fight in a ring with all the heat. And sometimes just having a mass amount of people confined to one area, sometimes the humidity is just overbearing. And if it's uncomfortable for the spectator sitting down, imagine what it's like to be the fighter actually inside the ring, dancing around, throwing punches, and having to react to punches. I don't know how long more Jeff can last. This is the 5th round. The body shot. And if I was Rico, oh, he's going right back to the body. And, you know, actually when you bomb somebody to the body, you can continue on throwing shots to the body, or you can go top and bottom, kind of confuse the fighter. And that looks like what Rico's doing. Oh, Jeff's just walking around trying to buy time. And I think he's really sucking wind. And the question is whether he's got a cracked rib or not. And of course, with the adrenaline pumping, once you get hit there, you feel it. But once you recover, you know, there's a little bit of soreness, but you don't really feel it until probably the next day. And Jeff's looking for a little help from the ref. Looking over. Okay, ready. Gets a warning for holding. There's a left hook to the body and right hand over the top.
Oh, yeah, nice left hook.
You know, having been a rugby player, I think Rico's got quite a fight in him. I don't think he minds the contact. Ooh. Just looking over at the ref, constantly looking for that help. Kathy, you used to be a former national champion 2 times, and you're also number 3 in the world in ATA. What's the difference between like Taekwondo and kickboxing, as for or boxing? Whereas I know the duration of the fight is much different.
Duration's different. Distancing's very different as far as kicking. And in Taekwondo, you're using about 90% kicks, so it's quite different in boxing.
So you know what it's like to be exhausted having thrown all those kicks.
Absolutely. I really feel for these guys. They're doing a great job. Both of them.
The WBS is starting to come around. They're putting some good fights. Last time when they had to fight up and fighting for title shot, won the heavyweight version. And I noticed that Ed Post wrote up a little commentary regarding that fight on one of the boxing magazines. Here was round 6. Dancing. Boom. Excellent. Battle of the jabs. Boom!
No,
Wow.
Nice, very nice. I think he expected another jab to come in. There
He's
that
holding.
backhand.
Where's the ref? Oh, he's on the blind side. Gets another warning for holding. And Jeff is, you know, he's got the skills, just doesn't have the stamina. And you know, Rico is the aggressor. He is constantly approaching, cutting up the ring. for every step he takes, Jeff's taking 3-4. I mean, so who's gonna expend more energy? Obviously, the Jeff is.
I don't know how you have it, but definitely I would have Rico leading. So if Jeff wants to win, he's going to have to knock him out. I think he's going to have to be a bit more active to be doing that.
Oh, yeah.
We're already in round 6.
It's 10-9 rounds up for possibly Jeff the first round, but after that it was 10-9 all the way until Rico put Jeff down. So he gets a 10-8, possibly with a 10-7 round. We'll see how the judges have it. Yeah, definitely Rico's definitely his stamina is getting there. His willpower's there. Jeff's holding on. Oh, body shot. Oh, another body shot. This time it was to the left side. Getting the 8 count. He just wasn't ready for that shot. I think he had his body relaxed. And of course, when you're overexpending your energy, you are going to try to relax and try to conserve as much energy as possible.
Let's see if Rico has that killer instinct to take him out.
Oh,
He's going right to the body.
body.
He's not playing.
Technically, Jeff's defense is all right. Physically, once again, that was the best jab of the fight. Jolted his head back. Rico's holding the head a little bit. Jeff's complaining. Oh, he does get the warning for holding. Lennox Lewis, did that, I believe, on was it Grant? Good fighters know what to get away with. A little elbow nudge. Okay. Let's see. Jeff's going right. Jeff's pacing is fairly well. I mean, he hasn't slowed down a bit. I mean, he's just constantly forcing Jeff to also react. Boom. He's kind of mimicking the hooks, kind of trying to set up a hook, I believe. Body punches here and there. Once again, Jeff's holding, trying to buy a little time. Jeff needs to really work Rico's body to kind of wear him down. What do you do against a guy who's a rugby player, who's got the stamina, who's got the aggressiveness? You have to wear him down for him, body punches. But at one round, I think it was the second round, maybe Jeff threw a couple body punches, and then it's just periodic. I mean, it's just like he's not even planning on it. He just kind of does it because he's been boxing so long. He's got to put his strategy together and kind of make this thing work. Stick and move. I mean, if a fighter is, reach, he should be able to use that jab to keep Rico out. Oh, another body shot. Boom. Oh, left hook.
Jeff does not want to get hit. Rico's got a lot of power. And Jeff's giving him a lot of respect at this point.
Got him in the corner. That's one place you don't want to be. You don't want to get pounded in a corner, having no place to go. Ooh, he's throwing fire. I think he knows his end's coming. He is fighting. He's throwing punches. It's whether you land the one solid shot or whether you pity-pat a couple punches. Is actually the person who throws pity-pat punches actually scores more.
Right, but at this point, it's kind of late for Jeff, and I hope his corner's telling him that. He can't afford to throw those pity-patty punches because he's opening himself up every time he throws a punch for Rico to land a bomb.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Rico's trying to do. Jeff has to go for the knockout. He's going to kind of have to catch Rico off guard. He hasn't really worked his body, which would wear Rico out, so he's going to really have to do something.
Comparing the fight to fight, Rico just doesn't have the amount of experience Jeff has, but it's a telling tale. When you got a young man who's on the way up versus guys like Jeff, who's a tremendous warrior who's been around for a long time. Yeah, you go for the, oh, he shook his head. It's like he doesn't want any part of it.
Rico's hungry.
Yeah, he's got the Tasmanian devil on his chest. He's shaking his head. I don't think he wants it. There it goes. Good body shot. Rico's slowing down a little bit. I think he's possibly trying to preserve his energy and trying to go with a big bang. It's kind of interesting what the corner advised him of doing. I mean, he's clearly winning the fight, so Rico can take his time and kind of close a little bit.
Oh, uppercut. Did you see that?
He doubled it up on the uppercut. Oh, after his corner threw in the towel.
Give both fighters a round of applause. And we have a retirement at 104 in the 7th round with our winner fighting out of the blue corner, Rico Tan.
hope you enjoyed the show. Rico Tan wins the WBS Continental Americas light middleweight title, and that was Mark Chang Promotions in association with JW Promotions. And once again, my name is Yoon Lee. I hope you enjoyed the show. Good night.